Some countries share a common religion, but are otherwise extremely different. A list of these countries was developed by analyzing the data from the Country Similarity Index. Papua New Guinea is located on a mountainous and densely forested tropical island in the Pacific Ocean. In contrast, the Scandinavian country of Denmark is mostly farmland and its terrain is quite flat. Papua New Guinea's GDP per capita is just $3,000 per year. Many of its regions lack paved roads. However, Denmark's GDP per capita is over 20 times larger, and as a result, its infrastructure is more developed. Still, the majority of people in Denmark and Papua New Guinea are Protestant Christians, although Danish people tend to be less religious, and Papuans tend to practice animism and ancestor worship alongside their Christian beliefs. Papua New Guinea was colonized by both Germany and the United Kingdom, two mostly Protestant nations. Over the past 100 years, Western missionaries worked hard to convert most Papuans to Christianity. Equatorial Guinea is a heavily forested African country with a tropical climate. By comparison, Ireland has a much cooler climate. Much of its land is used as pastures. There are no railways in Equatorial Guinea, and the country has few motor vehicles as well. In contrast, Ireland is one of the world's richest countries and has well-developed highways and airports. However, most people in the Republic of Ireland and Equatorial Guinea are Roman Catholics. Spain colonized Equatorial Guinea to exploit its commodity crops, cacao and coffee. In the process, it converted most of its people to Christianity. During the Reformation, Ireland resisted English attempts to import Protestantism. As a result, over 75% of its people are still Catholic. Russia is one of the coldest countries on average. In contrast, Cyprus is a Mediterranean island. Russia's government is far less democratic and does more censorship than the government of Cyprus. Still, the majority of people in Russia and Cyprus are Eastern Orthodox Christians. Both countries have a significant percentage of Muslims as well, because Russia and Cyprus have many Turkic peoples. However, people in Cyprus tend to be more religious than Russians, in part due to the practice of state atheism in the Soviet Union. Sierra Leone is a West African country with a tropical climate that is densely forested. In contrast, the Middle Eastern country of Saudi Arabia is much drier and its landscape is mostly barren desert. Sierra Leone is one of the poorest countries in the world, while Saudi Arabia is one of the wealthiest, due to significant oil reserves. However, most people in Sierra Leone and Saudi Arabia are Sunni Muslims. Saudi Arabia is home to the religion's two holiest cities, Mecca and Medina. Islam slowly spread from the Arabian Peninsula to West Africa through missionaries and merchants. In fact, in 1950, less than 50% of people in Sierra Leone were Muslim, but the religion has grown since then, despite British colonialism. Mongolia is a sparsely populated country between Russia and China, while Bhutan is a heavily forested nation in southern Asia. Mongolia's language and writing systems are unrelated to the languages and Indic script used in Bhutan. However, the majority of people in both Mongolia and Bhutan practice forms of Tibetan Buddhism. Shamanism and folk religion were once popular in Mongolia, but Kublai Khan incorporated Buddhist traditions to gain support from the Chinese. Still, at present, Mongolians tend to be less religious than people in Bhutan due to decades of state atheism in the recent past. Sri Lanka is an island in the Indian Ocean, while Laos is completely landlocked. Most people in Sri Lanka have South Asian ancestry, while the majority of people in Laos have East Asian ancestry. However, most people in Sri Lanka and Laos practice Theravada Buddhism. Unlike Tibetan Buddhism, which incorporates a broad range of teachings, Theravada Buddhism emphasizes the original doctrine of the Buddha. The religion actually spread from Sri Lanka to Southeast Asia via merchants and missionaries more than 2 millennia ago. Please like and subscribe to the Objective List channel, as there will be even more interesting videos coming soon.